April the 3rd, 2019. As you're looking at a webcam of Mount PoPo in Mexico, the one we did the video on last night. Now, this refreshes the image about every 15 seconds, so you can check it out. Now, we're getting alerts out of Washington, D.C. about the ash cloud because of the continued eruptions and the height and elevation of that. Also, and I'll show you before the video's over, we have linked a Mount PoPo page on our website. Top left, you'll see it right above earthquakes. And the reason I'm doing it is because this is one of the things I've talked about when it comes to grand solar minimum. The Earth is cooling, the shields are weak, and then to make matters worse, you get an ash cloud to add to the effect of the global cooling. You're blocking out the sun, guys. Anyway, it's one of the key things to watch, and it's a key indicator. Always, this has happened during these grand solar minimums. Let me say this to my friends in Florida. The video before this, we saw Matt Gaetz come up there and really tear the Democrats up. Now, if you later on, I was checking in, and he was coming outside that building and going to do his version and introduce a bill on his version of a Green Deal, and he calls it the real Green Deal. And in the video where he was in there tearing up the Democrats, you could tell that he would be a good candidate in 2024. But guys, he's got to be educated, because he came out there and started talking about a Green Deal, and he had some excellent points. But he made a tragic mistake, because everyone watching this video is awake about the fact that we're not in global warming, we're going into global cooling. You can call it climate change, but he didn't stop there. He went to just even talking about global warming deniers. So you guys in Florida, and again, I like the guy, but he's got to get off that narrative. Somehow he's got to be educated. If you've got to get with your congressman there, then and send him one of my videos, then or ask me to make one just for him, I will. And if you can get it to him, because we don't want to lose him because of his ignorance on that subject, because he will, if you can't understand what we're dealing with this, or if you're going to go with the CNN narrative about climate deniers or global warming deniers, then there's something wrong. Someone's paid you off, because Matt does not seem to be a stupid guy. Best I can say it. Now, again, what he was talking about, we need solar energy. We need those renewables like that, as many electric cars as we can get. But his point was that as we develop these over the last few decades, China would take the technology, basically steal it, then produce it much cheaper than we were here in the United States. Well, between the Bushes and the Clintons and Obama and things like NAFTA and not protecting our trade secrets worldwide and not enforcing the patent laws, it was done on purpose to tear this nation down. But he addressed all of those things, and that the way to reduce your carbon footprint, which is not a bad idea, and he, like I said, he was going along pretty good there. People's ears were sticking up when he started talking about climate change, and then he had to go into global warming. Don't be a denier that the planet's warming. Matt, man, politicians are not good scientists, so you need to really get with some people that are not CNN narratives, because you sounded just like one of the people there that talk about it. They said they're not going to have any more CNN or climate global warming deniers on their show. And that worries me, guys. But I want to show you the warning coming out of Washington about this video. Sorry to get sidetracked, but I thought it was important. Especially, we need him on our side. We just need to educate him. And notice the link at the top left on our website. Earthquakes, everything's still there. We just added the Mount PoPo volcano direct link. Now, it's going to go to volcano discovery and you can actually look up any volcano on the planet, the information that's available for that. But again, we need to watch this one. It's in North America. It's not South America. And the ash cloud warnings that are coming out of D.C. need to be heeded, and they will be by the FAA. But guys, let me say this for one of our sponsors at My Patriot Supply. I got to mention it. The Alexa Pure water filter and both the large tank, the Alexa Pure Pro, and the Alexa Pure Pitcher that you see here are rated #1. The charcoal filtration is the best, absolute. It's what I use. Now they have let me know that in about 2 weeks, the larger canisters that you see that we use the Aquaflow Max on will be back in stock. But let me say this, they've knocked $45 off of this pitcher. And what it is, you've got 2 carbon filters. This thing's very light. You can backpack it, put it in your bug out bag, use it at home, doesn't matter. But they've knocked $45 off of it, and it's down to $34.95. The one set of filters, which it comes with, will give you 300 gallons of water filtered, 99.9% of everything filtered out. Then you can replace those filters. Again, very lightweight. The water, I have one. The water is excellent. No way around it. I won't use anything else for ice, tea, coffee, nothing. I use the water from these filters. Again, they're saving you $45, $34, 300 gallons. Guys, if you went and bought a gallon of spring water off the shelf, that would be $300. And a lot of us do that, especially if you're camping or whatever. But to drink municipal water or any type of water that's a mass feed system, guys, with chlorine and everything in it, this is the best way to go. But again, it helps support us. We appreciate it. Get one. It can really help you out. If you had to bug out any river, stream, pond, you can have water to drink. 300 gallons. If you cook with it with your bug out food, with your long-term food storage that they also have, guys, if you use 2 gallons a day, that's 6 months. A gallon to drink and a gallon to cook with, if you're in that situation. But right now, you can use it on the counter. Try it. Just come here, click on it. It has all the information on what it filters out and all the stats. But guys, if you click on the Mount PoPo Volcano link here, now that's going to bring you here to Volcano Discovery. I have it set for Mount PoPo, but you can actually come in and go through every nation in the world where they have information. Many of them do have webcams. And again, you just come right here where it says PoPo webcams. It's a current status is erupting. They're continuing. Remember, in the video last night, 200 eruptions in 24 hours. What's happening now is the Volcanic Ash Center in Washington, D.C. has warned about a volcanic ash plume that rose up to an estimated 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters altitude, or flight level 200. Then, also today, another one slightly higher, 21,000 feet, 6,400 meters altitude, or flight level 210. So let's look at that last one. And what this is it's a lot of technical information on the different summit levels, the ash cloud levels, and this again is coming from the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center in Washington. Keep an eye on it, guys. Especially if you live in that area, they're saying 26 million people could be involved if it went to a major eruption. And it has those capabilities, and we are going into grand solar minimum. The core's heating up, the lava fields are heating up, the earthquakes will continue, and this type activity will continue. But this is a major player. It's the second largest peak, or volcanic peak. If not, it may be the second largest peak in North America. And a lot of people live in that area. So guys, keep a heads up on that. Again, you can come here, click, and go through any of the details, and it'll give you information from different areas, wind directions, things like that. But a lot of it's pilot information. But there's links here, different webcams. Again, keep your eye on this, and I'm going to watch it because, again, they warned last night that one of these plinium eruptions was like Mount Vesuvius. So, again, we're watching. It's a heads up. Be safe.